Right off the get-go, guys, here, right now, this is not a clickbait video. In all reality, in all seriousness, I am being straightforward and saying it's time to say goodbye to the Corvette. And I'm sorry that I had to play you guys like that, but yes, guys, this is not a clickbait video. The Corvette will be exiting the channel. So if you want to find all of the information out on this car and you're a serious buyer that's not wanting to waste my time, please shoot me an email. I'll put that up on the screen right now. We'll also provide that below so you have a nice friendly link that you can just click on. Oh, guys, I don't even know where to start with explaining why. Let me just touch on the fact that I've basically taken this car from very mild to rather wild in about 6 months, and I gotta say, it's been one hell of a journey. I've taken it drag racing down to Mexico, and I've had passengers in this car that I've honestly probably helped to create memorable life experiences that they will never forget because it's so fast. I broke into my 10s for the first time. So guys, this decision doesn't come lightly by any means, but what I've determined to do was sell it. And by no means is it incentivized or because I'm under pressure financially. That's actually not the reason whatsoever. I'm tipping over. Okay, I tipped over. We're good. All right, we're back up. A majority of you know, I'm gonna say a majority because some of you probably have no idea, I just purchased a house. My wife and I will be moving in about a month's time. We're very excited. I have a 2-car garage at this house, but I'm going to treat my 2-car garage kind of like a 1-car garage because I'm gonna build out what is kind of my workspace. I want a workshop, I want a workbench, I want my tools, I want my cabinets, I want storage locations where I can utilize the space that I have at hand. Now, the initial intent was to throw the Corvette in there and basically continue to work on it. C606 is a naturally aspirated LS7. Heads cam package on these cars is amazing. I could do an intake manifold and the throttle body, maybe injectors. Race Brew Motorsports would absolutely be doing that work. Their information is below, by the way. If you guys haven't subscribed to their channel already, definitely do it. So thorough. Quality is out of this roof. But long story short, I've kind of stepped back a little bit because in 6 short months I've taken this car again from mild to pretty wild, and I'm kind of running out of options. Now, some might say, well, you build it to enjoy it. Well, I get a lot out of the actual build itself. Yes, I love driving the car. Yes, I love the reactions. But I want to really take a step back right now and remind you all as to why I truly created this channel. And that was not to share Corvette content. It was to share diesel content, DURTYMAX content. I came onto YouTube after I had an Instagram for a little while. It's DURTYMAX. If you guys haven't followed me there, I do a lot of communications there, so check me out there if you haven't already. But I started this channel solely focused on DURTYMAX content because at the time, there were some smaller channels out there, and I'm small too, and you know, I'm very humbled and so appreciative of you guys, but some smaller channels, let's just say, that were doing DURTYMAX content, and I figured, you know what, I really love my truck and I want to share the content that I kind of produce offline, if you will, with it. And honestly, everything blossomed and you guys have supported me since day one, and I'm so thankful for that. Seriously, I love you guys. You're awesome. So I made a video the other day basically highlighting that this truck has been built to my spec, my dreams, my goals. I had an S369 fixed vane on it, but I really didn't like having this brand new high luxury class LTZ truck that drove kind of like a semi. It really wasn't that friendly to drive with a fixed vane turbo. So I threw a DURTYMAX Stealth 64 on it right now, which is basically the stock turbo and a little bit modified, and now it drives so well. And honestly, I don't really want to do much else to this truck. There will be some things that I do, guys. Don't think that we're running out of content here, but there aren't that many more things that I want to do to it from a performance perspective because right now it's completely perfect in my opinion. The Vet, back to my point, love to drive it. It's a blast. It comes out of the garage on nice days and the reactions are priceless, but it's not really at the root of what I wanted to share on this channel. I will not be answering messages on Instagram about this car, but I will entertain emails. That information is below. So the next question is, being that the Corvette is going to be leaving and farewell, I will miss the shit out of you. I'm saying that right now. I will miss this car so much. And this decision was not easy to make. I literally sat on it for like the last 2 weeks, and I took it out for a very long drive last night, and you know, I was like, I'm gonna miss it, but it's not like it's like a life or death situation. And this is not me dismissing a sports car from my life for forever. I'm 26 years old. That means that I have a hell of a lot of time to get into another sports car, and I promise you guys that I will eventually. And now that you know that I'm keeping the DURTYMAX, fun fact, the previous owner of my house was named Jack. I think it was kind of meant to be. But long story short is I could put this car and what will be the new truck that I'm getting on the channel, which I'll briefly mention here in a minute, the garage. But actually what I plan to do is build out my garage kind of like my safe zone, my sanctuary, my go-to place, my man cave. It's just that ideal space, right? And that requires a lot of tools and other different things, let's just say things right now, that will allow me to use the space for its most intended purpose. So with that said, about 1.5 bays of this 2-car garage will be dedicated to kind of storing the vehicle. I'm not gonna just do 2 and 2, I'm gonna kind of plant one in the middle. And then the rest of the space is gonna be for storage and toolboxes and workbenches and other things that I need in order to complete the task at hand. Now that task is, and this is where this channel is going to take a little bit of a shift, is I'm going to be doing most of the wrenching on my new build to the best of my ability. And I will preface right now, guys, that I am by no means a certified ASC technician. I am not somebody that can just go in under the hood and say, this is that, this is that, this is that, and they do this, but I want to teach myself that. It's always been something that I've wanted to get better at, really walking the walk and talking the talk. It's gonna be a lot to learn, especially outside of my day job and everything else, but it's something that I've always wanted to do, and I'm gonna say intermediate mechanic. I can do most of the things. When it comes to like changing a CP3 or swapping injectors or a turbo install, that's where we start to walk that fine line of comfort and confidence, but I have resources at my disposal that will be able to involve themselves in those processes in my garage with the tools that I buy in order to help me through it. And really, I want to bring you guys along because ultimately I know a lot of you guys out in the audience are looking for ideas for your build specific. To that point, I will probably make mistakes, I will probably be wrong, and I will probably have no idea what I'm talking about when it comes to certain things. And if I say something wrong, I have all of your knowledge to help correct me. I know that that has helped me tremendously in the past, and I really appreciate it. So that's where, guys, we are going to go into this build together, and it's gonna be an absolute blast. Now, what is the new build, you might ask? That is an outstanding question, guys. To those of you that didn't see my previous video about how things are changing, if you will, I plan on buying a single cab DURTYMAX. Don't know what year, don't know what style, don't know what motor iteration, but it's going to be a legacy DURTYMAX, and it's going to be a single cab, well, because I've always wanted to build a single cab. I just think there's so much cool factor to them. I don't know if it's just the cool factor, but it's just the fact that you have all of this power and all this capability under the hood for a very small truck. Now, it's going to be regular cab long box. I'm not going to shorten the frame. I'm not going to do anything crazy like that. Personally, I don't think that they look good. I just really honestly don't even like the fact that they just look like a midget truck. I think that long bed is 100% required. It will see so many more mods than just, let's just say, a tune and an exhaust. It's gonna go through a lengthy build that I'm gonna walk all of you through, and I'm gonna explain the reasons why. Now, I wanna build this truck to be a capable street truck, but multi-purpose. I can use it for anything that I want, put some radials on it, take it to the drag strip and run it down the strip, take it out on the street and just have an absolute blast with it, and really make it just a toy project for the channel. That way I can just do whatever I want with it and not worry. And I will still be doing modifications to this thing, but really what's gonna be neat is, guys, you guys are gonna help me and I'm gonna help you all learn. We're gonna help each other, if you will, learn about the DURTYMAXs, and the build is just going to be so awesome. It's going to be a blast. So I know that there was not a lot of action in this, a lot of talking, but there's a lot that I needed to catch you guys up with. Ultimately, the Mini Max is coming, and I couldn't be more excited about it. I hope you guys are really pumped as well. At this point, I'm having a little bit of a nostalgic moment, sharing some sympathy for the vet, as I think it feels a little bit excluded. So I think the only proper thing to do right now is throw together a montage of all the outstanding experiences that I've had with this car. That way, as it goes down as an absolutely epic part in the history of this channel. Enjoy, guys. So these are heads through Advanced Induction.
Advanced Inductions in North Carolina. They're basically stock LS7 castings.
Oh man, here it is, boys. There he is. Oh man, I'm so excited, dude. I can't wait. Here we go. Oh wait, here. My goodness. God, that sounds so good. How are you?
They put the wrong gas in it, didn't you? Oh yeah. I can see that. But I wouldn't drive it running like that because there's this engine on.
Yeah, you're right.
By the time you find out what this is going to cost you, yeah, you wouldn't want it.
Have a good one, my man. Ready? Ready? God, guys, I miss this thing so much. It's amazing how much tighter this car feels than my 250,000-mile TDI. See you, buddy. Have a good night. That's where we're headed. Wow, the clutch is so much different. Performance clutch, I think the last performance clutch I've ever driven was like in my Honda. I ran a 10.8. We did it! Yes! 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 We did it, boys! Yeah, we did it! So guys, that about wraps up this upload. I hope that you enjoyed that. I really enjoyed putting it together. Awesome memories that I created with this car. And what's cool about having this YouTube channel is they're gonna be forever ingrained in the history of this platform, or at least, you know, for the time that it's around. This new build, this new adventure, this new project is gonna be awesome. I'm gonna learn so much. I'm confident that I will learn a lot, and the Mini-Max is gonna be badass. You guys are gonna love what I have in mind. Building cars is a passion of mine, and I love bringing you all on the adventure. So definitely hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. My Like League, I love you guys. Please give this video a thumbs up. It does a great wonder for the channel. I'll see you guys in the next upload.